This is your boy EW Lee, aka Corrupt Alpha, back out with another video. And today, this is my John Stockton build. As I was saying yesterday, I get a lot of flack, a lot of people saying I'm rage baiting and shit like that because I say that John Stockton's a better point guard, uh, possibly a better point guard than you know anybody when it comes to really just being a point guard. I mean, Magic's up there. I think Magic's number one, of course, but I feel like Stockton has the what's it called, the argument to be the second best point guard of all time, and he's a for sure cut for third. I mean, if you don't say he's the third best point guard of all time, I'm gonna look at you like you have a problem, and that's just me saying that there's two main things of being a point guard: to say able to facilitate the ball to your teammates, which is one thing, as a point guard, which John Stockton did exceptionally well. Exceptionally well to the point that he is the leader of steals, you know what I'm saying? Or not steals, I mean assists, right? And he's also able to play defense enough, which you don't really see from point guards that well, to lead the league in steals and lead the league in steals all time for steals. So, yes, I think John Stockton is possibly the second. I feel like there's an argument for somebody that's in the second. I feel like if somebody gives them the recognition to say, hey, I think Magic's at one, I think Stockton's at two, I think Curry's at three, I won't even be too mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be like, I don't know about all that, but I do think that Curry and Stockton could be interchangeable, especially to the old heads. You know what I'm saying? They like to say, oh, Stockton, fucking Byron Scott is the best point guard of all time. You know what I'm saying? Ron Harper is the best point guard. They say some random shit like that. Point is, this is my John Stockton build. He was a point guard. I believe he was 6'2". He did not weigh that much. Now, we're gonna put his wingspan, I believe, up to like 6'8". This is really just to get the like the longer arms to swipe the ball more consistently. We're gonna go 200 on the weight. He was a little skinnier than that. So drive and dunk. I looked, and I don't ever see him trying to dunk the ball. Now, yet again, it was the 80s and 90s, and I think he even made it to the 2000s. He was drafted in the same draft class as Jordan. So what was that, 84? So he was drafted in 84, and I think made it to 2001. I know what you're thinking. He had a long career, and yeah, that's a decently long career for real. But it's kind of a type of career that almost every player has nowadays. You also have the longer careers. I would go 85 to get layup mix master. I just don't think it's needed. If we do have enough points, we'll go back and do it. So, unlike my Chris Paul build, I'm not going to just upgrade the shit out of his mid range. I'm going to upgrade the shit out of his 3-point shot. And the reason for that is because I wanted to emulate how good Chris Paul was from the mid, right? Chris Paul is one of the greatest, I think I said this the other day, one of the greatest mid range shooters of all time, right? So, I wanted to emulate how good of a shooter he really is. All right, so that's basically what I did, was I emulated how good of a shooter he really is. Now, when it comes to your mid range, we're gonna leave that at 79 as well. You can't take it lower, or it's gonna make your 3-point drop. So we're gonna take that to a 79 as well. Free throw shooting, we're gonna leave it at the 70 for now. Now, pass accuracy, like I said, he is the you could say LeBron, you could say Magic. I mean, if we're being honest, Stockton's the greatest passer of all time. You could tell by just the way he passes alone, and also the amount of assists he has. You know what I'm saying? I can't get through that enough. It's almost like Chris Paul is like the carbon copy of John Stockton, but I just feel like John Stockton was a little bit more scrappier on defense. Does that make sense? Because this build's going to look a lot like my Chris Paul build did. Only difference is not going to have high as of a ball handle and stuff like that. We're going to get ankle assassin, and then after that, we're not getting anything else. So you're not getting the what was it? What was it, like a 92 ball handle with a 86 speed with ball? No, a lot of this is going to go onto your defense because the next thing up is the steal. And This is where you're probably going to use your cap breakers on, give or take. I mean, we're at an 87 overall now. There's not too much more we can add to this build for real, but there is some more that you can add 100%. So we're going to up this to a 91 as well, giving you on-ball menace on gold, which is what you really want. And then we're going to up this agility to an 84 at least to get on-ball menace on gold. Is there any other reason I should put this up higher? I don't think so. I do not believe. So 84 on that. We're going to go with that 80 on the speed. I want him to be able to catch rebounds. He does have to catch rebounds consistently, but we want to get that rebound chaser. And we're going to, just because it's so cheap, we're going to give him a 60 offensive board as well. Strength, I don't want him to go up and just be super weak. So I am going to get him, this, I can't give him a 73, but I can give him movable enforcer at a 71. So yeah, vertical, like I said, I want to catch some rebounds, so we're going to put this up to an 80. Just because, just for shits and gigs, we're going to put this up to a 60. I think probably just a 60, just to see, maybe he does, maybe you do want to build that dunks a little bit, and there you go. Perimeter or interior defense, I do mean, we're going to put that up pretty damn high. We're going to put that up to a 70. Reason for that is you're 6'2", like, you don't have the highest, you know what I'm saying, interior defense. I mean, even at a 70, you're 6'2", so there still is a chance that you're not going to be able to just contest everything down there in the paint. And then I said you're going to use your cap breakers on this, but we're going to try to see if we can max it out, and we can. So we could get a 99 steal. All right. Would I do this? Not off the rip. I'm thinking about going a 96. You're going to put 3 cap breakers on your steal, and let's go back up here. 3 cap breakers on your steal, and you're going to go 2 cap breakers on your perimeter defense, getting you on ball menace. So you're going to have a very high perimeter, a very high steal. Like let's look at this. You're gonna have challenger on Hall of Fame. You're gonna have on ball menace on Hall of Fame. You're gonna have pick dodger, damn near on Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a movable enforcer is gonna stay the same, but you're gonna have, yeah, just overall. So 2 or 3 here, 2 here. That's how I upgrade that. And you have, like, this build is so damn good. You still have some points here that you can just apply anywhere. I put 2 here to get you an 86 agility, and then I would go up to an 85 on your driving layup. And let's see, why not make that a 90? At an 80 something mid range, you really don't get too much of a difference here. I mean, you can go anything like this. I don't, to me personally, I don't see the point in it. I mean, 90 gets you, for days on gold. Can't get strong handle any higher, so maybe you do want to try to bump this up to a 90. You can. So let's go 90 on that, and let's just give you that 97 steal. So boom, we're gonna give you a 97 steal, and let's just kind of put some more on your. Let's put some more where we see fit. Let's just dump the rest on. Let's do that for free throw and just dump some here. Yeah, boom. So this is the build, right? You have a 97 steal. You have a 97 steal, which we're gonna upgrade to a 99. 97 steal, 94 perimeter defense, which you're going to upgrade to a 96. A 93 point shot, 85 driving lay. This build is super good. Only difference between this build and the Chris Paul build is this build is an inch taller, and I believe has a 1 inch difference in wingspan. So you're getting about 2 inches off that alone. Pause. Shades of Walt Frazier, Drew Holiday, and Scottie Pippen Jr. I have no clue why they're giving me shades of Scottie Pippen Jr. and I don't know too much about Walt Frazier, but Drew Holiday does make sense. We are a 2-way, 3-level playmaker. I believe that is the same build name that we got for the Chris Paul build, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna go into test build. I gotta do all this, and I just click instructions. I was wondering. I was like, what the hell did I click? I thought I clicked the right stick or R3 or whatever it's called, so I could, use my jump shots. Cause only jump shot I'm really good at is this jaw jump shot. Oh, I should have just made this off the Ah, shit. I should have just made this off the Chris Paul, so I didn't have to put all my build stuff in there. Um, like I said, I've never really seen him dunk. I'm not the biggest, film watcher when it comes to him either, so that's probably that could be a reason why. But um, yeah, I never just seen him dunk altogether and high jumper and Jordan Watson or Jordan Clarkson. I just said Jordan Watson. I don't know who the hell that is. All right, post hook. Not gonna worry about it. Post hop shot. D book. That we're gonna use it. Motion style. Nikhil Alexander Walker. This build's gonna be fast as shit. We have an 89 pass accuracy. Don't think they have a Stockton's pass style in the game. I use last game. Who did I use? I used Trey Young's. I believe I used Trey Young's dribble style. I was always told to go with either Zion Williamson or I forgot the other person. But we're gonna use Jalen Green because it seems pretty fast. Signature size up, regular breakdown combo, kill fellas, Darius Garland, aggressive breakdown combo. I'm just gonna use pro. Escape moves, um, Darius Garland combo moves, Ja Morant crossover. Who do I use for crossover? So I like a little James Harden cross. It's a little slow sometimes, but I can mess with it. Actually, let's use the Kyrie because it's slow to the ground. Behind the back, got between Tyrese Halliburton and Kyrie Irving. I think we're gonna use Kyrie Irving just because of how fast it is. Hezzy, probably also gonna use Kyrie. Might use Chris Paul here. His Hezzy isn't too horrible. I think Lamelos. Do I get Lamelos? I don't think I do. I'm gonna use Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton. Step back. Gotta use my boy Zach Levine. Creates a lot of space. Dribble threat. Jordan. And yeah, I wondered. I'm just checking this real quick. What other dunk styles do I get? I get Clay as well, which has a better dunk rating. So maybe you have better dunk packages. So boom. So we're gonna face off against what's a good ball dominant team? Let's face off against the Warriors. I wanna face off against Curry because he's in the conversation being one of the greatest point guards of all time, and I'm trying to show that I can be the greatest point guard of all time. And let's be on what team we gonna be on? RIP Damian Lillard on the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Up and out of here. I mean, who's like? Let's do the Rockets. Warriors beat the Rockets in the first round. Let's get the Rockets some get back here. Hopefully, it's not like the last test build where I just absolutely smoke everything and act like I know what I'm doing. Which this is another smaller build, but this one's a little different. I'm guarded by Curry, and their big man down there in the post is Draymond Green. Yeah. So the layups, the 3-point shooting on this build all around is going to be good. It is so he's not making that. Yeah, I was a little concerned because it's Curry, but he's not making that. Now I will say this: I do think that Magic is the most dominant, and Curry is definitely the second most dominant. I mean, when you think about dominance, a lot of people just think about like how Shaq was dominant, how everybody was scared of him, and I don't think you understand how many people were scared of playing Curry in the 2014 to 2018 season, not season, but uh little 4 year thing. Like as of right now, Curry is you know if you want to believe it or not, I'm not gonna say washed, but he doesn't have a good surrounding team around him. I mean, you got Butler and you got Draymond, which there's they can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? There's that interior defense I was just talking about, but I could get back there. I don't know why it pulled me out. So we're on Draymond on his ass. Man, Thompson's getting that shit out of there too. 2 seconds left to make a play. See what they can do. But yeah, uh, I definitely think that Curry's the most dominant. Like people was really scared to play against Curry, you know, for a lot of his time in Golden State. Like now, Curry is, believe it or not, if you're a Warriors fan or not, he is a little washed. All right, he is a little washed. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's not the player he used to be. Ever since he started having those ankle problems and what year is that? I believe it was 2021, right? The year before they won the championship. Ever since the ankle problems, to Clay tore his ACL, all that stuff happened. He has been a little washed. You know what I'm saying? Like they cut his minutes down a little bit. Cut his minutes down a little bit. He wasn't really getting to the paint all that much unless it was wide open. And if it was just always a floater. He never actually took it straight to the rack, which ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying, like, if that's your game, that's your game. But I'm just saying he kind of slowed down a lot, which as he should. It was a bad ankle injury. Which also, if you think about that, if you look at people like KD, what's crazy about KD is KD had a Achilles tear. He tore his whole Achilles, and oh, he tore his whole Achilles, and it's like he tore his whole Achilles and he came back and was kind of better than he was. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kobe, Kobe tore his Achilles, right? If I'm not mistaken, or I believe it wasn't his ACL. I believe it was his Achilles. Kobe tore his Achilles, right? And you know, ever since he tore his Achilles, he didn't even. I think he only dunked once, like in his last year. He tore his Achilles in what 2013, I believe. I think that's when he tore his Achilles, and like so he returned back in the next season, I think, just because he's a freak athlete. You hear Tyrese Halliburton might be out for the remainder of next season. Kobe came back, I believe, the next season, uh, and I believe ever since he came back, he wasn't himself. Then again, he was um, a little older than KD was. I think Kobe retired when he was 39. So that would have made Kobe. Actually, that would have made yeah, that would have made Kobe about 36, 35 when he tore his. I think that makes KD around what 33, if I'm not mistaken. About around 33. I might be a little wrong, give or take. But I think makes KD about 33 when he tore his. Which again, you're still in your 30s. You're not the youngest player, and you just tore probably the second most like between tearing your ACL and tearing your Achilles, those are career ending, definitely career altering experiences, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, there's nothing wrong with him tearing his Achilles. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, there is something wrong. It was an injury, but I'm just saying, like his part. It's not like he did anything bad. It's not like he could have prevented it. You know what I'm saying? Just tip that pass. I really thought Jalen Green could play some better defense, but I forgot all he does is play offense. All right. Yeah, I'm just saying, overall, he came back better. Like, which is, I'm not sure if that's just ever been done before. If it has, you don't really expect that out of KD. Not because, like, KD, I feel like could be the greatest player of all time if he just applied himself. Like, I sound like a damn school teacher trying to tell the students he could be better. All he has to do is just work harder, you know what I'm saying? But that's literally it. Like, fucking, we talk about all the time how oh, I thought that was game. We talk about all the time how James Harden just got all fat all of a sudden and just stopped playing defense. He wanted to play more defense on Kawhi Leonard than the actual opposing team. You know what I'm saying? So, I just found that whole thing just weird. But just not that alone. It's just like KD. I always heard this about KD. He doesn't work out for long. He's kind of like not stubborn to play with, but he wants to be the leader at all times. That's why it didn't really work out in Golden State because Draymond and Curry were already the two head honchos there, and he didn't like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, yeah, that's beside the point. Little KD rant. Matter of fact, next build coming out is probably gonna be a KD build. It wasn't gonna be a LeBron build. It's gonna be KD. I'm gonna post like 5 videos today. Anyways, if y'all like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that cool, fun stuff, and I'm gonna be back with the next one. Peace.